this. I'm going to do this. This is cool. This is amazing. Let's do this. Sorry. So yeah, I like this. This is so amazing. So, the one thing, which I don't know how long this will be, it probably won't be as long as yesterday's, but probably will be at least a bit, is I used to follow a TikTok who was like, oh, you didn't know these are like comics books that I would recommend. I don't remember them, but because of it, one of the books that they recommend was Harleen by, I'm not going to pronounce it because I'm going to mispronounce it. Because this is a little bit different to what you have in nowadays, which is basically, rather than the Joker fully in the current version, including like the Harley Quinn animated series or the Injustice, it was she had a little bit of odd tendencies when she was younger and had this sort of thing. This has a more, in a way, how I think it was originally, which was that she was not as crazy as more modern depiction. And I'm not saying that's good or bad, but the reason why I like that is the way that this depicts it is a slow descent into madness. Because obviously, you can kind of tell certain things, but I'm going to keep that vague, but you can get why. But the one thing I am going to say first is I don't say this too much, but because it's this, I love the way that certain things are panelled in certain ways. And I also like how the art is also done, which I also think is a really good idea. How certain things are like drawn and wherever things are put, I think it's fun and super creative. It's super fun in that way. But the one thing which I like about this book is, yes, the main focus, surprisingly or not, is about Harleen Quinzel and her communicating with the Joker and turning into Harley Quinn, which is an interesting story about slowly trusting someone. Because, again, this is on the back and I always forget this is here, but it's true. Behind the painted smile, which I think is a good way to describe this book. The Joker is putting on this thing to trick her. Which, legitimately, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's because of da-da-da. He is a psychopath. He does not care. And it's really interesting about Stirring in the Chaos, but the one thing I also like, and it says it, I think, there's a specific point that I like that has a specific interaction with two characters. No, it's not. It's way before that. It's at a certain point. I am trying to find it because I do sort of like it. It's Harley Quinzel meets with Harvey Dent, and the one thing I like is this sort of one blood, which is sort of, because this is sort of written retrospectively, so it's sort of written as the story moves forward, but there's some points where like it's on looking back on it, including this line, which is it's kind of funny, all of our big words and moralization, and yet within 5 months we would both become murderers, because Harvey Dent becomes Two-Face and Harleen Quinzel becomes Harley Quinn, which this deals with both of them, how they both fall into these bad temptations, which I think is clever, putting a parallel. Because Harleen Quinzel is about being open and trying to listen to people. But Harvey Dent is a person who's about putting the law to the letter. And Harley Quinn falls into sort of being a murderer through trying to empathize with, the Joker, who's, again, a psychopath. Supposedly. I'm not a psychologist, don't take my word as law, but most depictions put it that way. Harvey Dent goes down because he's too strict on the law. And it's really interesting because of that. Two people falling to darkness. So yeah. Because of all this, I don't have much to say. Read it, it's really fun. Obviously, I've got the more hardcover book, but it is really fun and really worth it. So yeah, again, nothing more to add. If you want to add stuff to it, there you go. So yeah, a while ago, I think 4 whole reviews ago, I mentioned that I rewatched, because I didn't originally reviewed How to Train Your Dragon. So then, after I watched the live action one, I watched the animated one again. We're gonna do that. Let's go there. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna watch that. Not watch it, I'm gonna review that. So yeah. I hope you enjoy and good night. Sorry, I didn't add this and I wanted to add it now.